Welcome, everybody. This is Reverend Chris Oldham. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2020, and you are all here to participate in and support this global coronavirus deactivation gathering. And I thank you all for your presence. Those that are here with me now, those that joined at some time during this process, and those who will join from beyond the boundaries of this process, and those who will see it later because it is being recorded. So welcome one and all. I thank you for being here, and let's get started. So I want to give a little bit of input about what we're doing here and my unique perspective on it, or somewhat unique, let's put it that way. I can't believe that I would be the only person that would think of things this way, but it's possible. So what we're doing here today is we are going to be working in the causal planes, alchemically and spiritually, and we have a couple of goals here. The goal is to basically make this coronavirus and all of its, descendants and mutations and anything that came from it back from its source, to just make them impotent and unable to connect with us and perform the purpose that creates us, the illness with us, that make these totally ineffective. So that's the goal. But having said that, in my conversations with Spirit, as I was getting ready for this and planning it, there was something that actually presaged this. A few days ago, somebody in Brenda Lanoff's Healing the Healers group put together a numerical code to use to prevent, to build immunity, to keep us from catching it for the coronavirus. Now, I am not familiar with this mode of healing, but I fully understand that all numbers have vibrational frequencies, and vibrational frequencies, whether they're ours or come from numbers or anything else, when they're all combined together, serve a certain purpose. And the purpose of this was to protect us from the coronavirus. Now, every time I see something like this, no matter, that I haven't been exposed to before, it's something new, I always check with my team and say, okay, talk to me about this. What is this? And is it something that I can use? And when I had the conversation, I asked basically, would this protect me from the coronavirus? Because part of the explanation that was given with this was that it would protect us unless we already, we weren't meant to be protected, or we already had some other protection. So I said, okay, so what would this protect me from this? And I got a no answer. And then I said, well, what about my family? Would it protect my family from this? And I got a yes. So I thought, well, this is weird. Why would that be? Well, it turned out that the reason that it wouldn't protect me is because me, and I'm getting also, since, communicating and digging into this, me and the starseeds that are here are actually occupying a different time space than this virus is. So I thought I'd throw, that's just a little bit of background of how I got to this place. So although I would not be impacted by it because it's not in the same time space that I am in, my family could be impacted by it because they aren't quite where, they aren't where we are yet. And this isn't a matter of putting myself ahead or above anybody, because anybody that knows me knows it's like, no, I'm just not there. No matter who I am or what I do or how I get here, I still have to wash my clothes and make my meals and, tote wood, carry water, or carry wood, tote water, whatever you want to say. No, it doesn't make any difference. I'm still all in the same boat with all of you. So, having said that, the questioning then came into how, what I want to do today, what we're going to do, having to make this virus impotent, is something that I have used a number of times in a number of different situations that just makes everything, sort of like fizzle. It just has no effect whatsoever. Kind of like swimming upstream, it just will get nowhere. And it is a very effective means of hindering things from harming us without outright wiping them out. Now, we could work to eradicate this virus and all of its sources, but that would only just, the next one would be, and the next one would be, and the next one would be, because the dark forces that create these things, and trust me, this is a created pathogen. This was not coming from bats or, wild animals sold in the Wuhan region. Turns out today, now they're showing that there are actually 2 biological level 4 research facilities in Wuhan. The seriousness when, as soon as these cases come out, boom, China has quarantined 4 cities, at least 4, I think. I don't know how many more now. Okay. You say, what's up with that? This is not just a cold. This is not something that's not serious. They quarantined 4 cities. So, although it, and I'm not here to spread fear, because but it is a serious event that we need to be aware of. And we need to be aware of how to deal with it. And so that's what we're doing today, is we're dealing with it, because we are divine beings. We are divine beings. And now that we have moved fully into the 5D timeline, yay us, which happened a week ago, we have stepped fully into our power and rooted into it in a way that we never have before, so that we are fully, whether we are aware of it or not, operating at higher levels and working more firmly at the causal plane and creating things more easily. It's up to us what we allow in this 5D timeline, what we want in this reality now. It's totally up to us what we're going to accept. And today we're not going to accept this virus. Which brings me to another point. We have to do this in 2 separate ways, because making this virus impotent and inert is only allowed here in the 5D reality for those of us in 5D. We are not allowed to make that determination for the 3D community and timeline. Although we interface, we tend to, we both hold physical form and our realities intertwine to a certain degree. We can't make that determination from them. It won't be allowed. However, what we can do is we can ask for the people in the 3D timeline to be made immune to this, to increase the immunity, to have people immune from it, and to reject it outright. So it just won't impact them. That's the only way that we can do the impotence factor in the 3D timeline. And so you say, well, why don't we do that in 5D? And I was told that it's better for us to do the impotence in the 5D than the immunity for a number of different reasons. But So those are the two paths that we're going to follow today to work on this. So the other thing, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to say right now. I wanted to make sure that we got that kind of preamble out of the way. And so we're going to be calling in, we have some people here now, and we're going to be calling in loads and scads of other beings to join us today. So trust me, this is going to be very powerful, as will the recording of this for those who come afterward, listen in, join in, and add their energy and light to the efforts. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll get into the temple and do this work. Almighty and Most High, Father, Mother, God, divine source of all it is, and light of the great central sun. I welcome your presence now here at the Heartlight Temple for this gathering to deactivate the activity and presence and purpose of this coronavirus and any other biologics coming from dark sources and forces. We thank you, Heavenly Father, for your presence here with us as I once more invoke the Heartlight Temple to surround us in this space and above and below, and intend that it shall remain so now and continuously throughout the remainder of this gathering. To be released only 10 minutes after this is concluded. So be it in your name, dear God, and so it is. Heavenly Father, I ask you to bless this space, this temple space, in love and light unto our use and unto the purposes for which the temple has been invoked this day. And let all those here in the temple now with me, whenever that now is, shall receive this blessing as well. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, dear God. I call now upon beloved Archangel Michael and your blue lightning angels and ask you to surround this temple space and above and below, to shield, defend, and protect it from all intrusion, interference, and attachment that is not of the light or in service to it, is of entity, origin, intent, creation, design, or purpose, or in service to such, is other than in service to our highest good of all assembled here, and is other than in full support of the goals and purposes for which the temple has been called into being this day. And to maintain and sustain and continue this defense and protection as long as the temple remains present, surrounding us for this session today. So be it, and so it is. Wow. A lot of dense energy here. Thank you, Michael. Now, beloved Archangel Michael and your team of Band of Mercy Angels, please sweep through the interior of this temple and perform these protective protocols within the temple space and for each one of us. Clear all of these things into the vortex of divine source in the center of the temple, to be lifted up into the light for divine discernment, and so it is. Thank you, and please do any other clearing, Michael, and your team that is necessary for us to be able to hold this session in a purified and sacred space, fully supported in the light and fully protected from all that would come against this purpose, and so it is. Please place your cobalt blue and white light sphere protection around each one of us, Michael, to be maintained and sustained now and continuously throughout this session and beyond. And remove from each one of us everything in opposition to this protection, within and without. Sever all connections and attachments. Take them outside the boundaries of the temple walls. So it is. I intend that this temple and everyone in it is purified to create the sacred and sterile space for us to do the work that we're going to do without interference, corruption, or distraction. So be it, and so it is. Remove all psychic connections and attachments and all discarnate spirits, and take them all into the light. Where they belong, and so it is. Thank you. I now call upon the angels, archangels, ascended masters, beloved Jesus, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, higher selves, guardians, and guides of all present here now and whoever will be. High, holy, loving seraphim angels, I welcome your presence here, and I ask you to now clear from this temple and from all of us everything in opposition and resistance to your light, all creating these densities. Remove from us all fear. Beloved angels Sandalphon and Michael, bring us fully into connection with our central core and our light and our power. And you can all just take a nice deep breath in and out to anchor that now. And I call on beloved angel Ariel to come ground our energies down into the earth through the Earth Star chakra. Open us to divine flow and connection to divine source. Clearing from us anything that's obstructing that. Or anything that may be attached to our central channel that would be hijacking that connection. Let's free us all from all vestiges of the false light and appliances of the false light. Thank you. Thank you, beloveds. I call now upon the angels Raphael, Archangel Michael, and the angel Jamera. Jamera is the angel of manifestation. And Ascended Master Saint Germain. To assist us in the work we are here to do today. So the first thing I'm going to do here is we are going to remove the record and patterns and templates of this virus and all of its precursors and all of the things that we are here to eliminate, the things that are coming from dark sources, diseases that are being created or have been created with dark intent coming to us. We're going to call now upon the angel teams to eliminate these things from the collective conscious and unconscious domains where they actually infect us. So, and this is also the morphic fields. So depending on how many people have already contracted this virus, once there's a certain threshold met, it gets implanted into the collective unconscious. It takes a little bit, it takes more than that, a bigger amount of that present in the collective before it gets implanted in the morphic fields as, okay, part of our realities or a possibility, our palace of possibilities. So what we're going to do now is we're asking the angels to sweep through and remove all of these viral and disease templates from the collective unconscious created by dark intent. And you can feel this working now. Those of you who are energy sensitive should be feeling this, just because we're also attached to this. So, and we can become detached, but right now we're just going to clear this out from the collective conscious and unconscious. We're going to not allow it to be implanted in our energy fields and our matrices. And we're doing this in concert in both the 3D and 5D timelines. In as much as we are allowed to do so, yes, we are. Good. So let's do that too. And now we're going to do the same thing for the Gaia matrix, because everything is stored. The Gaia matrix holds everything, total history and memory of everything that's ever happened. And a lot of that, and when we moved over into the 5D timeline, that history was transplanted, but it was cleansed. It was cleansed of all density and negativity and things of negative intent that do not serve us and will not serve us moving forward. However, we can bring new things in if we're not careful, and we don't want to bring that in. So we're also going to cleanse any traces of these biologics from the Gaia matrix and memory. Throughout its entirety. We're cleansing the Gaia matrix now, especially in every part of the world where this virus is showing up. And we're placing beautiful blazing spheres of light in the Gaia matrix, charged with dissolving these patterns as they appear and as they get sent down into the earth through our earth connections. Beautiful blazing spheres of light dissolving these templates, memories down in the earth matrix. In both the 3D and 5D timelines. So be it and so it is. I right, so now we're going to move over to the 3D timeline, and we're going to ask Raphael, Jamera, Michael, Saint Germain to assist us all. And I'm also calling in at this time. I'm calling in not just those who are here now, whoever will be, but I am calling in the higher selves and guardian teams of all the starseeds on the planet. Feel them coming in now, because we need them to do this. To give their assent and cooperation and say, no, this shall not be. And you can actually out loud repeat this, no, this shall not be. Thank you, dear ones, for your presence here with us. And any off-world beings that wish to help and participate, I'm calling upon you now to also make your presence known in the temple and to offer any other guidance that may be needed in order for us to accomplish what we're here to do. We are all here because we have said enough to the darkness, enough to the lies and deceits, enough to the victimhood and powerlessness. We're not doing that anymore. We are taking responsibility and taking control. And that's what we're here to do today for this virus situation that's gotten out of control, or very soon. Well, it already is. So that's what we're here to do today. And I call upon you all now, and I ask that all those in the 3D timeline for which this serves their highest good, and trust me, this won't be everybody, because some people are here to experience that or to stay in that 3D lane. So for everyone in the 3D timeline for whom this serves their highest good, I ask that they be made completely immune to this virus and any of its forms and all of these other biologics of dark intent and Genesis. Wow. Oh, wow. Can we add that at the end for everybody? All right, just got another surprise from everybody, so we'll do that at the end. I don't want to muddy the waters while we're in the middle of this. Wow. Okay. So yes, please continue with this immunity in the 3D timeline. Are we complete? Okay. Now, beloved ones, thank you for your help, and please come and help in the 5D timeline, where we are now going to intend that this virus is made impotent to even access the 5D timeline, to be present here, cannot cross over the 5D barriers, and all other such biologics created with dark intent or purpose, or Genesis, that these things shall be impotent if they do manage to be in our domain for any reason, and inert, and totally incapable of performing any harm or bringing any harm to any of us. And that this program should also be infused and implanted into our morphic fields, both for the earth and each one of us in the timeline, into the Gaia matrix and the collective unconscious and conscious. I intend that any light bots or nanites that we are exposed to that may attempt to connect with us just fall harmlessly away, do not have any ability to do so. All of that is made infinite, inert, and cannot be done. And anything else, beloved ones, that you see would be helpful to us to be kept free of these agents of harm. At all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence and causation, past, present, and future on this timeline. And that all these things be programmed into this new timeline, the Gaia matrix. And the master morphic fields. Tom, thank you. Okay, so the surprise that came to me when we were doing the 3D timeline was that we can also set this immunity to protect us from vaccine harm. Getting chills on that one. Big yes. Big yes. We're all here together, and boy, we can wield that power. So that's what we're going to do. Thank you, beloveds, for showing me that. So yes, I would ask in humanity's name, right? As a person, a member of that group, I can ask in humanity's name for all those for whom it would serve the highest good and their paths to also receive immunity from all harm. Okay, because we're seeing that vaccines are actually also agents of harm with dark intent. Yes. Okay. That we are also made and given immunity to all ill effects of any vaccines that we may or may not be forced to take. And I intend that that is both biologic harm and technical harm. Because some of these vaccines that are out there, there's a new batch. It isn't really new. We've known that stuff like this has been going on, that there are actually little bitty nanites, bots, programs, computers embedded in these vaccines that are put into our bodies. And so we're going to make them ineffective, impotent, non-functioning. Okay, we're going to interfere with their proper function and effectiveness as they were planned, created to be, for all those for whom this serves the highest good in both timelines. Thank you, dear ones. All right, while we're all here, is there anything else that you wish or would like to have us do or receive in alignment with the purpose for this session? We're good. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And please clear from all of us now present, whenever that moment of now is, please clear from all of us, or just, yeah, make these things ineffective in our bodies, clear from us any of the damage that has already been done. Restore us as we would be, absent all of that. And let this thing with the vaccines also be implanted in the morphic fields, in the Gaia matrix, and the collective unconscious for the for both timelines, if it's allowed, for 5D at the very least timeline. We are now running a new program. So be it and so it is. Thank you, dearest ones, for your help and your presence here with us today. Awesome. Wow, everybody take a few deep breaths and just say out loud, I accept all of this for myself and humanity. And for all those present in spirit, we accept your spiritual consent. Thank you. All right, take a few deep breaths. Come back into your body, into the land of the living. Wow. Let's get balanced. Beloved Charmian, Angel of Harmony, please come now and restore harmony to our systems, the entirety of our systems, at all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence. Including the Gaia matrix and connections, from Stellar Gateway to Earth Star. And beyond. Thank you. Beloved Shekinah, please come now and bring us into unity with all the work that's been done. And in support of it and its perpetuation. Thank you. Beloved Ariel, please now balance our polarities and open up divine flow from divine source to Gaia's heart, running through our central channels. And Raphael, bring any healing that needs to be done to bring us fully into alignment with all that has been done here. And as a result of what has been done here, the healing that can now be accomplished. And I ask, inasmuch as it is allowed, that all things, all harm that has been done to our bodies and physical and light bodies as a result of any previous agents of dark intent, that I ask that it be reversed and it would be restored. As we would be had it not happened or been injected or infected us in any way. Thank you. Beloved Metatron, please balance our energies. And align our chakras. And I also ask Metatron for all of us here now or at any moment of now for you to update and upgrade all of our chakra divas to the new 5D Earth environment in support of it. And cleared of all vestiges of non-serving past life and 3D timeline experiences, processes, and memories. Thank you. And I ask all of our body divas also to be upgraded, to be cleansed of all that does not serve us and upgraded and aligned with what we have done here today. In full support of it. Also, our body wisdom. Body wisdom is a part of us, a program that says this is the way we're supposed to be. This is what's normal, right? There's a program there that decides what's normal, and normal changes over time. So it's one of the reasons, the simplest way to explain this is one of the reasons that we have trouble once we've gained weight. We have trouble losing it and then keeping it off. The reason is because it takes a while for us to gain the weight, and we get to a place where our body has determined that that's the normal state for us. And so without adjusting that normal definition, we can lose weight, but then our body wisdom, that program is going to be working at cross purposes with us, trying to bring us back to this state of what it had already recorded as normal. So that's why we get this yo-yo thing going on. So let's go ahead now, and we're going to remove, we're going to clear body wisdoms to be perfectly aligned with what we have done here today and sustaining and maintaining it. Yep, feel that. As well as our ego divas. Didn't we know that we had all these divas? See, angels open doors like this to me all the time. They taught me about the body diva, and as soon as I knew what the body diva was, then they were showing me, well, we don't just have this, we have this and this and this going on, all connected to past lives and other experiences. Okay. All right, so let's clear all fear now. All fears associated with this virus or any other biologics that come to us. Fears about vaccines. feel a lot of that coming in. So let's just clear all of that and everything that's sponsoring it from the entirety of our beings. And please adjust our immunity so that we are also immune to these external sources and forces trying to create fear and control in us. That's huge. Thank you for that. To the full extent which it serves our highest good and our soul path, and so it is. Thank you. Yeah, that was aimed at a kind of a heart opening. Thank you. That was basically cementing the agreement that we made to accept this healing and restructuring. Thank you, dear ones. All right. Oh, you're quite welcome, Brenda, and everyone. Yes, it's my pleasure to do this because I never know what's coming through when we go through these things. The whole vaccine thing was just like, boom, out of left field. Wow. So yes, I'm going to have this. This is recorded. I'm going to have it downloaded and sometime today and put back up on YouTube so that everybody who wants to receive this, you all have received it, but everybody that wants to consciously be aware of what was received will be able to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now. And thank you all for participating. I love you all. I thank you for joining me. What a week this has been. Wow. Thank you.